What's going on, YouTube? The Cabbage Man 19 here, coming at you with a bit of a different video here. And this one is a bit more of a quick video. And before, I know you will see by the title, and I want to delve into why I feel compelled to make this video. And let me bring up my notes here that I was writing down. So, I did watch 3 YouTube videos here. One by Optimum with 1.23 million subscribers. Dodgy Claims, Decent Value, Their Thoughts, Hardware Unboxed with 1.07 million subscribers, and Gamers Nexus with 2.39 million subscribers, all talking about the 5090 specs and the improvements and the software and, you know, all that jazz about what's changing into the next generation. And, you know, it does seem like there is going to be a performance leap, but at what cost is what makes me feel compelled to make this video. And I am no expert when it comes to technology or computers. I'm just some random dude making a video, and I built my own computer, and that's about it. I mean, I went to school a little bit, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fucking wizard when it comes to PC gaming. But I want to make something clear. I myself am an idiot because I bought a 4090 myself with my own money at the prices that they were charging. I bought it for retail price from Micro Center, so I wasn't paying scalper prices, but $2,000 is quite a bit. And you know, one of my reasons for is I've always wanted a NASA computer, and I finally achieved what I felt was my dream gaming computer that I've wanted for a decade now. You know, ever since I really saw PC gaming come into the mainstream in the mid 2010s, like 2015 and beyond. Like, PC gaming always fascinated me, and I really wanted a PC to play some of the games that I could never play on console. And what I found is these high-end components are truly only useful if you're like a full-time gamer, streamer, content creator, or like you have productivity uses for it, but not on that side of things. And you know, I officially became a PC elitist, and buying the 4090 led me to doing research into computer parts and knowing certain terminologies and connection points, such as CPU slots, compatible motherboards, RAM memory speeds, overclocking your RAM. You know, all that stuff was foreign to me before I built a computer, and even when I bought my computer, it was very foreign to me, all the terminology. And anyways, that's why I bought a 4090 and why I feel stupid for buying that. But what I want to get into is Nvidia. From what I've gathered from these 3 YouTube videos, and none of them, they are great videos, well made, way better videos than anything I could ever make. It's seemingly like, to me, Nvidia is taking advantage of us as consumers and gamers, because they are charging outrageous prices, and they're just gonna get scalped, and all these FOMO gamers are gonna buy this 5090 for $2,500 to $3,000 probably. And a big thing for me is they just constantly throw around these big words with AI to market their company to the shareholders, and they don't care about the consumer. They're charging $2,000 for a fucking graphics card to play video games. And people who buy them will pay even more just to say they have it. And it's like I don't even fucking know. It's just flexing. I don't forget what it's called. Clout chasing. Whatever the fucking shit is in the gaming community. I don't even understand it. But in my personal opinion, I believe AI and ray tracing in graphics is nonsense. It really is. Like, oh my god, you have the best light. People are so focused on how good a game looks that they just skip the fact that the game isn't good. The game runs poorly. The game is got a terrible story. There's no fucking point to the game. They nickel and dime you with microtransactions. It's like we've completely skipped over that just to like have the best graphics card and like have things look nice. Who gives a fuck if it looks nice if your character can't move more than 10 feet? And it's just, I've seen a lot of the YouTube comments on these videos. They all talk about frame generation and these AI frames being made up, and nobody cares much about the raw performance of the graphics card because it's all about upscaling technology. It's all about frame generation 4.0 or whatever fucking .0 they're at. All about DLSS, you know. It's like, when can I just play a game at 1440p and it runs well? And I'm stuttering here because I just don't know what to say. And when I was watching Hardware Unbox's video, I just want to bring awareness to these problems, even though
50 series GPUs are capable of creating double the amount of frames that previous gen models can, meaning any DLSS supported games could instantly be up to twice as fast on a 50 series GPU than a 40 series GPU if we're talking about DLSS 4 games. And I'm using air quotes here because the FPS number will go up with DLSS 4, but not necessarily the latency and feel of the game that we normally associate with performance.
they have way more millions of subscribers. Somebody might see this as never heard of them. Latency. Hardware Unbox was talking about all these frames being pushed in, and it just causes more latency on the game, so your actions when you're pressing your keys, they don't feel as responsive. And I totally, like, going from 30 FPS on console from like my 360 days to the Xbox 160 to 120 on the Xbox Series X, like, the difference between 60 and 120 is insane, especially when you're playing at 120 hertz monitor at 120 frames per second. It's kind of mind-blowing. When I first saw 1440p at 120 hertz, it was mind-boggling how smooth it was, and now it's just become normal for me. And, you know, I am a 120 FPS expectation, but I believe that 60 FPS should be the standard. And this is encouraging, like, this is encouraging to me. It's going to encourage developers to not optimize their games. What do they care? They'll just upscale. Their upscaling technologies will help our game run better. In reality, it's like the game is just it's going to be broken. Really is what it comes down to. You're not getting the product you should get because Nvidia uses this AI upscaling, and it's like, it just feels fake. Like, are you even playing the game if you're getting 3 fake frames to 1 real frame? I don't even understand it all myself, but it just doesn't make sense. And I saw some of the funny comments is like, can I pay 3 fake dollars for every 1 real dollar, since Nvidia wants to sell me 3 fake frames for every 1 real frame? And that makes complete sense to me. And they're just really going to keep upping the prices on all of these graphics cards with all these complex software procedures that you got to have on. When you realize, are you even playing the fucking original graphics at that point? And people that harp on graphics, I don't even believe in graphics myself as a gamer. I think graphics is important, but what's really important is the game itself. You can make a game look good, but you have to make the game good. Call of Duty is a shit game that looks great. Maybe on a mechanical level it's alright, but that game's gone so downhill since my prime Call of Duty days on 30 FPS. Anyways, I want to get back into some of the stuff I was writing down. It's like, why do I have to take a loan out to play video games? I mean, in 2002, 2003, the original Xbox, I remember my parents telling me they paid like $500 something for that, and like, that's revolutionary. Like, $500 gives you a full gaming experience in the 360 500, back before PC gaming was really the mainstream. That's how much you could get into and have the best games. Now, to play the best games at the fucking standard rate, you gotta have all this upscaling bullshit. So 3 fake frames for 1 real frame, or whatever that shit even means. Like I said, I'm no fucking wizard, but it makes me feel like I'm just a boomer sometimes, but it just all seems sketchy to me. And I failed my principles by buying my 4090 myself, but I will not be investing into the 50 series whatsoever unless, like, there's an amazing deal. And it just shows me how stupid high-end gaming and high frames are. Yeah, high frames are very important in competitive gaming for, like, those MOBA players or whatever that stuff is, or like 1080p Call of Duty. Like, yeah, you want to have a lot of frames, but high frames period doesn't mean anything unless it's like those 1% lows are at 120. And I just watch Hardware Unbox. I recommend that channel for everyone that's into PC gaming. And I think we should aim for 60 or 120 FPS lows. I feel like that's really, and obviously you can have fluctuation there, but like 120 low would be miraculous for gaming, and it'd feel so buttery smooth, and the input would be amazing. I truly think that's a better gaming experience and then 240 frames with frame generation. It's just they don't shoot for it anymore. They just want to sell you high frames with a little bit better fucking technology for an outrageous more of a price. And that awareness should be brought by every gamer, and we should band together and not buy this, because they are literally just fucking bullshitting you. That's what I think. And I also think that like I said, it leads to more unoptimized games and makes devs not care to optimize their games. So you see it a lot with indie games, and I don't want to shit on indie games because it's, they're small developers, but even the AAA games, Assassin's Creed, fucking Call of Duty, Battlefield, like I'm sure they all would easily market to you that you can run the game at 300,000 frames per second with DLSS and frame generation and lower resolution to start. It's just, why can't I just play the game at 1440p and the game runs amazingly by default? Like, whatever happened to that? But I'm just an idiot, so what do I know? And that'll do it for this video. I just wanted to bring awareness to what I think is BS and ray tracing and AI generation upscaling and frame generation upscaling. And yeah, I can't talk. I'm out of things to say. I've went on my rant, but like I said, I watched those 3 videos. I showed you guys them. If you want to watch those videos too, this is just something that I feel compelled to make, and I feel it's important. So with that, that'll do it for me. I'm no fucking PC wizard. I'm just a PC elitist that isn't really truly a part of the PC elitism, because I can't even diagnose my own PC for the most part. Anyways, that'll do it for me. I will see you guys in the next one.